Fat Controller preferred steam engines on his railway, but he found diesels useful because they could pull either coaches or trucks. Boko and Bear were proud of this, but James was not impressed. He liked these two diesels, but he treated all others with deep suspicion. Visiting diesels sometimes boasted about how special they were. Usually Boko and Bear had to spend the next day smoothing ruffled feelings. Most of the Fat Controller's engines accepted diesels. James had never liked them. Diesels don't use coal and water, he would say darkly. How can you trust an engine who isn't normal in his habits? They're all right, said Henry, just mixed traffic engines like you and me. Mixed up engines, you mean, James grunted, with windows at each end. How can they know if they're coming or going? Toby has 2 cabs, remarked Duck, and he gets on all right. Toby's just a little engine, scoffed James. If an important engine like me didn't know which way to turn, what would the railway come to? All the engines agreed that James was becoming much too puffed up in his smoke box. Making out his royalty or something, grumbled Henry. It's disgusting. I knew an engine called King James, remarked Duck, in the old days at Paddington. King James the First he was, but he didn't swank about like that. Och, dinna be telling James that, pleaded Donald. It's even more of a misery he'll be making our lives. Exactly, agreed Henry, but who's going to trim his wheels for him? One day, a particularly haughty diesel came from the other railway. When the visitor found that he was to share the shed with steam engines, he stopped outside in disgust and refused to go any further. Why on earth does your controller keep such out-of-date objects? He growled rudely. Dirty, smoky, slow things. Ugh! He shuddered delicately. On our railway, the diesel continued loftily, steam engines are kept strictly in their place and not allowed on the main line without special permission. I hope it's cold tonight and he can't start in the morning, snorted James. At least someone might want to preserve us. Who'd need him? Old stuck-up. The engines tried all sorts of ideas, but nothing worked. James grew so conceited that the others were glad when he was away.